I gained 28 subscribers in 4 months, and this is how you can too. This is going to be like a laid back video, like I won't be as scripted, because first things first, I wanted to say thanks to every and each one of you who's watching the actual video, who's actually subscribed. You guys that are subscribed, you guys deserve a hug. So I ain't gonna script none of this. I just wanna left my some of my thoughts out on what this means to me basically, and how you can overall overcome that doubt or that secondhand embarrassment of actually starting on the YouTube journey and actually being able to create something. Um, let's start on the first base, like starting. I started I think it was in the beginning of December, and I won't lie, I was really thinking it would be easier. I really thought it was, but I started in the. I hope the wind doesn't muffle my voice, but I started basically with an idea that I thought would be the killer one, like right from the start, and I really, I really couldn't be. I really couldn't be more surprised. It only got like 30 views, and I think like 10 of them was from me actually just seeing it again and again, just trying to see if something would change, but nothing did until I started actually letting it grow and started learning about schedule and consistency, and starting actually to develop a skill set, which is being able to be persistent, consistent, and just keep on putting stuff out, as I'm doing today. Today is actually Thursday, so you're going to be seeing this video soon. So yeah, I actually have been in the grind since December, and what happened was my first video was somewhat of a story of mine. But what happened is, at that time, I wasn't really sure what to do in front of the camera. I wasn't really that comfortable being in front of the camera, and yeah, I don't think I am now, but I'm slightly better than I was back then. And most of my editing as well was kinda radish. I don't think I should swear so soon in my page, but yeah, like some horseradish, you picture it yourself. And I grew fond of like the process of editing, and I just started watching YouTube videos in a different light, like how do these people like how are these people able to make a 15, 20, 30 minute video without cutting? Is this possible? Like, and they're just hitting nail points, and their videos are all outliers and stuff like that. There's a crazy fly just flying around here, so I'm going to be moving my legs a lot. But how do they keep the same rationale and actually are able to remember that call to action or those minor details that go on to like uh, make a value packed video, And what I noticed is that there was a whole lot more that I didn't know, that I should know, and wasn't actually providing that much time. That was actually a part of the actual thumbnails, because I don't think I've cracked the code on that yet. The titles and all those things come later, for me. I really feel like focusing on the value in the content that really can propel you to like crazy heights, I found my fair share of success. I consider myself, because in this video I actually got like 200 and something views, and I was like, I was balling that day, I was balling just seeing the graph. And in 1 hour, like 2 views, and then another hour, one more view, and I was like, ooh, let's go, I'm gonna be famous. And then yeah, it came to a stop. It always does, it came to a stop, and it stopped at 250. But what if I'm lying, you know? What if it hasn't come to a stop? What if it's a how can I say it? It's a waiting game. That's the best way to put it. What if it's there, you know? And eventually, when I get some type of a video to go out that actually reaches the right person at that moment, and then he comes back to my page, and he's the one person who needs to like or subscribe or like comment on that video, and then YouTube sees potential on it again and just like starts sharing it with everybody. Who knows? It's a waiting game. I've heard a lot of stories from my students that actually told me something like that, like, oh, I actually was here, and this video I didn't take any time at all to make it. You know, it was something that I just did, like reviewing this or making some evergreen content and those types of things. And yeah, they just sit on it. Sometimes it takes 2 months, 3, 4 months, 5 months, a year, but eventually the right people reach it. YouTube's just trying to figure out who my right people are, and I know it's you. You know, I know it's you. If you're watching this now, I really feel yeah, man. So stick around. Oh, feel free to like and subscribe. I got two ants right here. Like nature's really against me today, but mainly what I want you to actually comprehend, if I put it in a sequence, would be actually start. You know, I started 4 months ago, and I was able to acquire 28 followers, 27 now, because one of them, as I was about to make the video, I noticed that someone unsubbed me. So let's find their address and like get all their phones in their houses and like just sporadically follow me, you know, just for the culture, man. We're hustlers. We have to do that. You have to do that. But no jokes now. What I would advise you do is actually start basically with what you like. You know, my first video was based on a video I saw. I think it was from J Rich or Biaheza. Yeah, one of those two, because I used to watch them a lot, and I always fathomed myself doing that type of content because I learned most of my things from them. So shout outs to them, you know. Hope they actually get a chance to see this video or dap me up when possible. But here I am, 28 subscribers, and I won't be stopping now. Bad news for that, for you guys who are trying to stop me or disliking my videos. And that reminds me of a point that I'm going to talk about like later on. I just want to let you know about the second point, that is try different things, man. Like edit your videos. Be happy with videos flopping. Be happy with videos do mildly better. You know, get firm on your hook writing, your script writing, all of that, man. Just try to nail it to wherever possible, you know. And it basically comes up to practice. The more you practice, the more you're bound to get results. I'm trying to achieve that, and thanks to you guys, now my videos, when I post them, I usually got like 10, 20 views, but now it grew a bit. Now I get somewhat of a 70 view range, you know, 60, 50 views, and that's a lot. That's not 10. I could be talking to 70 people, and I would actually radish myself because it's a lot of pressure. Imagine talking to like 1,000 people and they're all like just listening to you. Some are skeptics, some are there to like butcher the show and stuff, but you have the chance to change their mind, like just using the right words and the right emotions to convey your message. So going into this is actually focusing on script writing, focusing on editing efficiently, not over editing, uh, nailing down the thumbnails, nailing down the titles. Those are points that will actually benefit you. And what actually also comes up next that I would suggest you do, it doesn't work for everybody the same way, but I suggest personally you do it like this. But focus on one thing. Yeah, I tried TikTok, I tried shorts. I tried what else? I didn't try Instagram. I don't think I'm going to be posting reels on Instagram. I really want to keep it like basic, and yeah, don't know. The future might change me, but that's what I think. But yeah, let's see why you shouldn't just be spreading content in every platform in the first place. In the first place, what happens basically is you start spreading your line too thin. You know, you start overproducing and not actually paying attention to the nooks and crannies of what you're producing. I really feel like in the first stages, you really need to know what you're doing in order to for you to in the future scale it and actually be able to let people do that job for you. In the case of having people actually work for you, you have to know what they have to do for you effectively so you can give income and have return on income in order for you to pay their salary. And that happens in every business model ever. That's why the best leaders are the ones that actually go on to the field and just be shooting that AK like crazy, and they aren't afraid to go into battle and just demolish personally. That's when their subordinates get that courage. Like, bro, if he's doing it, I can too. Wakanda forever. No, Wakanda. Yeah, Wakanda seems nice. Wakanda will stay. And yeah, so they all go and they are in the same path and they go together because why? They're in the same mindset. You could look at guys like Genghis Khan, for example. He was a menace. Literally, he was a menace. And yeah, he made himself part of history just by doing this, being a menace and being the right leader. He was able to kill a lot of people, but he also led an army, a huge army of people who were ready to die for him and was ready also to stand by their word. So that will be three. Don't spread your line too thin because actually one crucial point, the real reason why I stopped spreading my line too thin was that I actually started to get a lot of dislikes. I don't know why, but the short form content uh, demographic, they're just brutal, man. They don't actually care that much. And yeah, even if you're providing good content, if it's bound to get to like 500 people, I get I get the mild impression that you're going to get like four, five, six dislikes. And sometimes it overshadows the likes. Uh, but don't let it get to your head. Maybe it's just some bots or some kids that don't usually know what the things for. I just pass on and continue doing content. But the feel I get from having people like you guys watching my YouTube videos uh, that are long form, I rarely get disliked. I really get a ton of love for you guys, so that's what I'm focusing on now. And I really feel like I will be posting as often as I can, trying to spread the word and trying actually to be helpful to some of you guys. And just to close all of this up, I really would like to thank you guys for the power you guys have given me. I know this is going to be a long video, but just put on this video when you feel like you have to gain that courage or you need that actual power pump, to start creating content and to just put yourself out there, and be able to share your ideas. One actual thing, I said that a lot of times in this video, but one actual thing that made influence in the decision making and how you provide your content is, I'm gonna get real close to you on this one, but be your own niche. Don't just be one thing. I see videos of people that I follow. I'll give an example of Pia Hazard. I started watching him when he started like with Instagram theme pages and stuff like that, but that's not what he does now. I saw he got a dirt bike recently. That's crazy. I want to get a dirt bike. I want to ride one. I'm gonna show you how to ride one. I'm gonna show you me falling. That's the experience, and that's basically what YouTube is. It's an experience. So Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Try to actually be unique to you, because the stories you guys share or you guys pass through, the odds are most people dream of getting to or dream of passing through the same thing. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And yeah, 28 subscribers. Let's see, 27 subscribers. Let's see how we're going to end this year with.